Affordable Care Act was signed into law 2 years ago, and it puts in place comprehensive reforms that enhance the quality of health care for all Americans. Now, these reforms protect women by providing insurance options, covering preventative services, and lowering costs. Great idea, right? So what's all the fuss about? Well, joining us to discuss how the health care law affects women are Kyle Marie Stock. Did I say it right? Kyle Marie Stock. I love that name. It's very impressive. And Kyle's an attorney with the Southwest Women's Law Center. And Rebecca Vanucci. I love that. Rebecca is a program associate at Preventative Action Strategies. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
It's so nice to have you here to talk about something a lot of people aren't as aware of as they should be. First of all, I want to talk about the fact that there's a lot of controversy. I mean, that's something that we've dealt with the Affordable Care Act. So it's actually, we're dealing with the fact that the fate really is now lying in the hands of the Supreme Court. So what I want to do first is start by telling everybody why it's so controversial in the first place.
Sure. So the Supreme Court is actually already probably decided, but they're not going to announce the decision until June. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. So what they'll be doing is writing up the probably hundreds of pages of opinion. But the thing is that the Affordable Care Act has amazing provisions in it that help so many people, and when people are asked specifically about those provisions, they're really excited about them.
It's something that people get really passionate about.
Definitely.
I mean, the thing is, women obviously have unique health care needs. So how does the Affordable Care Act impact the medical care and the benefits?
Well, as being a mom already, I have a 2-year-old, so I like your little helmet.
The helmet story.
Yeah, I have a 2-year-old, and I'm expecting my next.
Oh, congratulations.
So, thank you. So for women, it's such an important thing because the Affordable Care Act does preventative services, like you mentioned. So mammograms, pap smears, all of these things that women, it'll be free. So no copay for people to go to.
And no excuse not to get those things done.
Yeah, only half of people go for preventative services now, but when no costs are there, then they'll go more.
Absolutely.
And then gender rating, this thing that women can get charged up to 85% more for just being a woman, is totally outlawed by the Affordable Care Act.
Thank goodness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's alarming. I don't think, even myself, a lot of people are not aware of that, and that is an alarming statistic. So hopefully that's going to change. I mean, and there's actually been a lot of controversy, I know, around issues of birth control and, you know, and also even religion that's related to the Affordable Care Act. So can you comment a little bit on that?
Sure. So probably a small number of people are getting really overly excited about this issue because about 99% of American women use birth control at some point in their life.
Right.
And 98% of Catholic women actually use birth control.
Interesting.
Which is important to New Mexico because many people here are Catholic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's become controversial, but for most people on a daily basis, it's not, and it's really important to their life.
It's a practical need, really, it's become.
Absolutely.
And it's a preventative service. So again, it's not reactionary. We're taking things at the beginning, and that's the whole point of the Affordable Care Act, to make sure people live healthier lives, and that saves everyone money, because if you're doing something at the beginning, it's going to be cheaper. And when it comes down to religion, the Obama administration already made compromises, so no religious affiliation is going to have to pay for it. Insurance companies will pay for the contraceptive.
That's great.
And women need it, and when it comes down to the bottom line, this is not a religious issue, it's a women's health issue.
It is, and what you said is so important. It's preventative care, and in the end that saves everybody a lot of aggravation, a lot of health issues, and a lot of money on top of that. And another controversial issue has also been the individual mandate, the part of the law that requires everyone to carry health insurance. So explain those details.
Right, so the individual mandate, yes, everyone's going to have health insurance.
Yes.
But if you already have health insurance, you keep the same one you have. If you already have employer-sponsored, you keep it. So it's only going to affect a very small amount of people. And the people that it does affect, here's an example. So say you make $90,000 and you're in a family of four, which is the majority of New Mexico families.
Yeah.
You will get money back to help you pay for this health insurance.
See, that's great.
So these are there's tax credits, subsidies to make it all very affordable.
Well, let me ask you this, because several other states I know have filed a suit against that. So do you know anything about that and how that's actually being handled here in New Mexico?
I believe that that Governor Martinez joined the lawsuit, but that is all going to be decided when the Supreme Court releases its decision in June, that'll be a piece of it, whether or not that stays.
Okay, well, you know, I mean, the bottom line of everything that you guys have said, if we're really going to wrap up the whole point, is that no matter what your opinions are, no matter what your religion is, at the end of the day, we all want to be able to prevent ourselves from having to go into anything negative in our lives, whether it's going to cost us more money or cost us our health. Right. So this is really something that's going to help a lot. And as far as, you know, overturning it, is that an option?
We hope not.
Right.
The Affordable Care Act is doing great things already.
Good.
So many people are already able to access these preventive services that Rebecca mentioned, like I believe it's 320,000 Medicare recipients in New Mexico are already receiving these preventative benefits. So people are already getting great things from this, so we are hoping that it stays.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you
realize it. Yeah. They're going to want these things. They're going to say, no, I shouldn't, my sick child shouldn't get rid of pre-existing conditions because they have asthma. Like, that makes no sense.
It makes no sense. Yeah. Exactly. So everything that you're talking about is so great, and I'm so glad we're bringing awareness to the subject and to the act so that more people can be, you know, on top of it and realize how important it really is for so many of us, not just women, but everybody all around. And where can our viewers go for more information?
Healthcare.gov is actually probably one of the best places. Also, Raising Women's Voices has a great website with a lot of information.
Perfect. And I'm a part of actually the State of Women's Health, which is a partnership with National Women's Law Center, and their website has a lot of information on there.
Fantastic. Thank you both so much for being here. I appreciate it. And congratulations, Mommy to Be.
Thank you.
And coming up next on New Mexico Style, we've got a lot more fun for you. The winner of New Mexico's Geography Bee. He's adorable. Don't go away.